We are officially at sea. Tomorrow is Princess K's, Bahamas.
Grab here and just sit and wait for it.
There's another pool, 2 more pools. So Eleuthera, I guess we're not going to make it there today due to the swells. They said we can't tender. This is the mini suite stateroom, which we organized with our clothes, shoes, nice bathroom. The big surprise is we not only have a shower but a tub. So, plenty of space. The beds, the CPAPs, and our sitting room with another TV so we don't have to share, and then the lovely balcony. Yeah, no Bahamas Princess K today, a day at sea. It's beautiful out here on our balcony. The room is looking good. Plenty of space. From our balcony, we can see Savannah Cays, Bahamas. We finally found the walking track and tennis courts, pickleball courts, basketball courts.
Something that security always asks shoreside. It's for you to carry a picture ID along with your medallion.
We just got off a big ship and we are in St. Thomas. I'm about to depart on my ferry cruise to St. John from St. Thomas.
$1 vessel.
500
that was
million
delivered a couple months ago to one of the richest men in the world. And boys and girls, you're looking at Jeff Bezos' yacht. They had to dismantle a 100-year-old bridge. Those guys were pissed. It has a full crew of 36. Guest, max of 18, so 2 crew per guest. And then, if you look behind it, you have this funny-looking gray vessel with a funny pointy nose. That is Jeff Bezos' $75 million floating garage. That follows his $500 million boat around. Yep, so he has $600 million worth of vessels here in St. Thomas. Now to tie these... Huh? Why are you hating? Don't hate.
Don't hate.
He used to sell books. Everybody was making fun of him when he was selling books. Don't hate. To tie these two boats up here. This is our mega yacht club, obviously. To tie these two boats to this dock, just to tie it up, not water, no electricity. It's 40 grand a day. Be like that, please. Our restrooms are nothing like the restrooms back home. Buck Island is one of the bigger attractions here on St. Thomas. Buck Island is also protected. It is a turtle and bird sanctuary, so you're not allowed to hike on it. You're not allowed to camp on it. And on the backside, there's another that's home to a shipwreck. Now this shipwreck's fully intact. It's about 100 feet long. It still has its engines in it, but it only sits in about 30 feet of water. So you can snorkel it, free dive it, scuba dive it. Really, really cool spot. I don't know if you're gonna be able to board up St. John, but if you're ever back down here. Alright, right now beneath us, we're only at 50 feet. Yep, so 10 miles out, it drops off to 9,000 feet. We have some of the deepest waters in the world. Alright. The biggest blue marlin in the whole entire world. Let's go with these waters. Alright, it is a statue now in our airport. Go humans. Now this section of it right now, on the left hand side of the boat, this section is what we call false entrance. Alright, the reason why we call it false entrance is separating us from that sailboat. Boys and girls, that's a reef. Alright, that reef claims about 3 vessels a year. Alright, Disney has no problem seeing this one. We're gonna go left to right. Left being its tail, right being its nose. You guys looking at Crocodile Rock, you see it?
Oh, yeah.
If you start looking behind the rock, you can still see some sailboats that didn't make it. Some are still tied to the tree. We have this big white house right here on the cliffside with their stairwell that's coming down to their infinity pool on the cliffside. Must be nice, right? So boys and girls, it's actually a TV show. The originals Charlie's Angels house.
Farrah!
The opening scenes when the angels are sitting in this room. Yo, sorry, not bad.
Wow. Fast.
So guys, if you look off the left hand side of the boat, we have all these sailboats that are tied up to all these orange and white balls. What you're looking at, this is the St. Thomas Yacht Club. Alright, where Jeff Bezos is at. That is the mini yacht club. Alright, this is the regular rich folks.
That's the regular.
So you gotta work your way up. So with that being said, we have some world-class sailors. We sent multiple people to the Olympics. We sent the captain of the America's Cup, the local boat. He's from St. Thomas.
about St. John.
Came from West Africa. You scrape the inside out. You can cut them in half, make big bowls. Sometimes they get huge. So that's what they use. They use for utensils, bowls, red cups, different things like this. All right. Trunk Bay got its name. Trunk Turtle. There's an underwater snorkel trail you can snorkel when you look down here. Notice around this little island. There's a red buoy. Can you see that?
Yeah.
You go to your right, there's a blue and a white. A series of 18 plaques on the ocean floor you can read.
So I'm in St. John's, the Virgin Islands National Park. Part of the national park is Trunk Bay, the #1 beach in the Virgin Islands. Our tour guide, Jupiter, says that this is the #2 beach in the world. Trunk Bay, named after the trunk of a turtle.
You want to camp out? You know why they call it Cinnamon Bay, right?
Yeah.
Remember there's no cinnamon.
We're at the Cinnamon Bay campground.
Okay.
And they have wild donkeys. The Cinnamon Bay Loop Trail. So this is the Cinnamon Bay Loop Trail. Our guide, Jupiter, explained this used to be one of the many sugar plantations here. He also explained about, oh, there's the information on the sugar factory. He also explained that they used natural mortar and part of the coral to build stone structures during the colonial period.
St. John's called Coral Bay. So again, the population here is only 6,000 people. So the majority of people live on this side, closest
To St. Thomas.
One of the most famous pirate to rule and live in these waters would be Edward Teach. Blackbeard ruled in these waters for 8 or 9 years. And the Queen got tired of losing vessels to this guy and actually put a bounty on his head. And the governor of the Virgin Islands at the time took off Blackbeard, but hey man, you got a couple dollars on your head, you might want to get out of here. Something. I'm from South Carolina, it's still goofing up. Where a big battle ensued between Blackbeard and the Royal Navy when actually one of Blackbeard's lone deckhands came up from behind them and off his head. Now we're sticking with this story. Can't tell you still pirates out here. New Age. Is everybody familiar with the author, James Patterson? Yeah. The famous author? Alright. That guy wrote a whole big book about this guy called Filthy Rich. Everybody has Netflix, right? Filthy Rich is still one of the top 10 documentaries on Netflix right now. It's been running for about two years now. Alright, there's no other way I can put this. It's like ripping off a Band-Aid. These two islands were once owned by that scumbag, Jeffrey Epstein. Everybody knows how he got down, so good riddance. Here, look, Dr. Lilly was feeding these dolphins a very, very experimental drug back in the day called LSD. Alright, yeah. Once NASA caught wind that this guy was pretty much dosing up these dolphins, they shut down the project, they pulled the plug. But the reason why I'm bringing it up, about 8 years ago, Netflix came down, BBC came down, and also the TV show Shrunken History. And they did a documentary on our dolphin house. If you want to dig a little bit deeper into this whacked out science experiment, I guarantee is the girl who talks to dolphins. Alright, true story. She did a lot more than talking, but we'll leave it alone. United States Virgin Islands are governed underneath a governor elected 4-year term. He's actually on his second term, so he must be doing something right. He's supported by a lieutenant governor. Now, for these 3 little islands in the middle of the Caribbean, with a population well under 200,000, we have 15 senators. Why on earth do we need 15? I don't know, but we do. And you gotta remember, boys and girls, after 8 years, they get paid for life. 7 for St. Thomas, 7 for St. Croix, and 1 for St. John. We do have a seat in the U.S. House of Representatives, but no voice, so no voting power. Everybody born in the United States Virgin Islands are U.S. citizens, but we're not allowed to vote for president. So that show is all on you guys. What you're looking at, these are not single-family homes. All right, these are multi-generational homes. I know back home when you hit 18, it's time to go. Well, out here it's a little bit different. One, not everybody in your household is going to be able to afford $1 million piece of property out here. All right, we all got that one uncle. So they allow adult children to stay home. So how this works, your great-grandmother would have bought the land, she would have built a level, then her kids would build a level, and then her kids would build a level. So all these houses are broken down into multiple apartments. Every home you see here has multiple apartments attached to them or inside of them somehow. You can see how they build their next level. We got something still under construction. So it's cheaper to buy, build a $100,000 level versus buying land and building $1 million house. So that's how it's done out here.
So we are back in St. Thomas looking at Jeff Bezos' mobile floating car garage behind his $600 million
give the life for the freedom that we are enjoying right now.
Franklin Delano Roosevelt Park.
We celebrate Memorial Day. It coincides with Veterans Day of America. Everything is done in cohesiveness with American law. To the left, these white buildings you see up this street, that's the governor's office and lieutenant governor's office in those buildings up there. Captain Morgan have a refinery on the big island where they refine the molasses to make the rum. Now, the Virgin Islands government subsidized the next island over there. That's where basically the rich people live. If you have the money,
military bunker
buy a house.
island.
The land up there is very expensive. Maybe up to maybe $6 million higher. To get to the island, you got to take a small ferry boat to go to the island. Even though you have a dinghy to go to the island. Red we're gonna build a purple one, white one. After going up the road, you're gonna see on the roadside all color bougainvillea.
So I'm at the top of St. Thomas, the middle peak of the island, getting a world famous banana daiquiri.
This is the airport to the left.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see it.
You know, we have maybe 2 major airlines right here right now. But Megan's Bay, right here. It's called Drake's seat. Pirate Drake's seat. That was his seat.
So this is Sir Francis Drake's seat, where he would look over at the islands. Megan's Bay is truly breathtaking.
Any country you go to in the night, beautiful. Right now,
I think it's beautiful now. At night, it's even better.
this is called Lovers Lane in the night. North Palestinians, but basically most of them are born here.
Oh, right, that's right.
them
There's a
born-
whole.
Yeah, the parents came and and they all born here. And
Now, were you born here or
No.
St. Croix?
I was born in St. Lucia.
Oh, another.
British flag.
Oh, yeah.
But FBI, everybody's here because this belongs to the federal government.
Yeah, this is the federal.
Time, second time, third time. Yeah.
So Jeff Bezos owns that big yacht.
Yeah.
Okay, my Canadian buds. They all lived in Victoria or Vancouver.
Vancouver Island.
Vancouver Island. Side of St. Martin. We rode through some of the residential community on the Dutch side. So this is Orient Beach on the French side. And I've gotten in the water. It was awesome. Much bigger waves. There is a nudist column at the end. And a lot of these really nice restaurants. And the Orient Village you can rent for the week in some of these. Wild donkeys again, running through Orient Beach. This is the public area?
Yeah.
Nice.
This is Maridos, French capital.
Oh, okay. I am in downtown Marigot.
Now we're back on the Dutch. This is condos, Porto Copacoy.
Runway Beach, St. Martin, where the airplanes. They call it Sunset Beach, right?
Yeah,
I call
Oahu.
right. Runway Beach. This is the lagoon.
Yeah.
The water and electrical plant. Desalinization, right? We're about to set sail again. St. Martin, good behind, and tomorrow. It's 7:15 and we have just left the port of Phillipsburg, St. Martin, and we are looking over at Phillipsburg at night. In the background, it's movie time here.
Morning.
Maverick's at it
Welcome to the
again.
Special Training Detachment. Be seated. Command room.
We have arrived at 7:21 a.m. So we got to Antigua a little earlier than I expected. I think it was 8. So it is beautiful already. Welcome to Antigua! Let's see, we are headed for our tour.
Behind it, the other hill is called Green Castle Hill, and it was voted World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 2019 because they found a bunch of artifacts that date back to the Arawaks and Symphonies who were here before us.
Right.
Along with the his and her chair, which are two big rocks that naturally look like chairs. Careful there, okay? They get to come here and start businesses and restaurants and live and take over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems a lot of the islands have a lot of Chinese.
And they built us a school called the Sir Noble Richards Academy, and that's the school that introduced Mandarin to the island.
Oh, nice.
So we teach Mandarin now.
My dad's family came to Antigua in the mid-1600s, English, Irish, French. The names are Hall, Hagan, and Blanc. And my mother's family came late 17, early 1800s, Portuguese and Scott. The names are Vieira, Farrah, and Govile.
33 years as a contractor to the Air Force.
Oh, so you know the Air Force. I was a
I do.
master. I was a 141
And she's with me. So you go ahead. I won't. Yeah, that's pretty. Everything in here is pretty so far. I like this. Oh, wow. What a garden. Oh, it's so magical. whimsical garden.
So just two of them cups, so you can bring them in.
And we've got a public restroom.
To go pay for it. So my dad says, "Where's Mark?" He says, "You have."
So we have tea in a few minutes. And get to hang out with the parrots until then. You want to sing? Say la la.
Oh.
So this is their water cistern, and they have a well as well. But there is only 10 inches of rain a year. And this building is even, we haven't heard about it. Beautiful though. Ooh, now I know you're smart. African Gray, don't act like you don't talk. Don't you act like you don't know how to say hello. You got a bigger vocabulary than everybody.
Open and eat it, you most likely will die. So you have to wait until it opens up like a flower, and there will be three little big kind of looking things. And then
Ackee tree.
big black seeds, remove those.
I saw a mongoose. Fish bought the mongoose because to get rid of the rats. They're still here. We're about to go walk around a pineapple farm, government owned.
It's called the moringa tree. But in Antigua
tree.
we don't call it that. We call it the tree of life. Because this tree, along with a lot of the other trees on this plantation, were brought here by the Africans because they hold medicinal value. They were allowed to walk with their seeds. This tree, when planted near Antigua, usually you see planted next to a cistern or a water
It
tank.
purifies the water.
But this one was brought as a form of rebellion. Because when they eat the leaves of the tree, or even the fruit, they would get sick, and that's how they got themselves out of work. But we're more efficient now, so we use sick leaves now. Silk cotton tree.
Silk cotton.
Silk cotton. Do you know why it's called a silk cotton tree? Like it's already refined. And they actually grow inside of pods that are similar to cocoa pods. And when those dry, they crack and break, and the cotton will just spill out because it's compacted on the inside, and they'll just be flying through the air for a few weeks. 1,319 feet tall. That's the first part that actually
1,319
emerged from the
feet
ocean,
tall.
because we're a volcanic island.
Highest peak.
That hill is known as Buggy Peak. Okay, it's not tall enough to be considered a mountain, so it's a hill. Because of the spikes, it wasn't a fun experience. In Barbados, they call the tree Monkey No Climb because monkeys don't climb it because it's really spiky. And the official name of it is the sandback tree or the sandbach tree. We call it the paracetamol. I'm not sure if that's the real name. It's called black because of the soil. It's black volcanic soil. Some people believe it came from the volcano in Montserrat, but at one point Antigua was once a volcano that came up from the ground. I learned that in the museum.
We made it to lunch on the beach. But I will update some things if I did. Prettiest water so far.
After what nobody says, the place grows such sweet pineapples and has a beach for every day of the year. And such loving, good-looking black people. No island to us can compare.
Woo! I think this is called Friars Beach. I think this is called Friars Beach. We're at Friars Beach in Antigua, and I believe that's Tamarin Winds Resort and Timeshare. And I have to say, this is the prettiest beach so far, and none of them have been bad. Blue, green, turquoise water. The best.
What do you think the yellow represents? The sun. The blue.
The sea.
The white. Yes. The red. The what? The British. The British? No. No, blood.
Blood?
Blood. Yeah. Or sunbird tourists. And the black.
The people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right here. 1670.
Oh, wow. That's a nice one. I'm back out in Antigua. I got a private tour with a cab driver, part of the Tourism Association for 25 years. I made it to Shirley Heights. Thank you, Lauro. I'm at the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Shirley Heights. I'm overlooking the dockyard in Antigua. What's the name of the dockyard? Nelson's Dockyard. So what's so special? Say it again. Montserrat's over there. Yeah. Uh-huh. Where we were today at Friars Beach, we could see 3 islands.
Yeah, we see Montserrat, we done that St. Kitts Nevis.
Yep. The old part of Shirley Heights.
That's the God hosted Lupo.
Yeah. It's Thursday morning.